Hi, Sagittarius. What is up, Sagittarius? I hope that you guys are all doing well. This is going to be your reading. This will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please only take what resonates, okay? If this doesn't resonate, please check your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus placements in your birth chart. Okay, what do we have for Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Sagittarius. What do we have for Sagittarius? All right, Sag, let's see. What is going on with Sagittarius? Ego. Wow. So, Sag, you could be in your ego here, losing yourself, okay? Trying to save your ego, okay? Making it hard to manifest, okay? There's lack of maturity here on someone's end. Someone's very immature, foolish to someone that can't handle someone like you. 222 on my timer. This person could be in their ego. Okay. Whoever this is, they look like a clown. Look very foolish. Okay. This is someone that an ending took place with. For you, this could have been a painful ending, or for this person that lacks maturity and in their ego, this could have been a painful ending for this fool here. Okay. One of you feel like it's best to move on. Okay. Either you or this foolish person was playing games, wasted your time here. Them being in their ego caused you to end the situation. Okay, you got bridge. Okay, so you could be transitioning after this ending, needing to find some common ground here. You got runner. This could be you running, Sag. You're not willing or ready to accept what this person has to offer here. I got to show you what this person looks like. A clown. I could be talking to a feminine energy here, or a male. This could be same sex. What else for Sag? Phoenix. Someone else got this exact card in the same position here. You're being offered a second chance here. This is the end of whatever despair you've gone through. Okay. Rising from the ashes like the phoenix. You're entering a phase in your life here Okay, finding some common ground, running away from the situation, escaping the situation. Ain't got time for the games. Middle card. This card is in the middle of your spread. You don't have time for the games. This person's superficiality. Okay, they feel like it's easier to just be superficial, not be their real selves. Okay, they feel like they'll be better accepted by society here. Yeah, this person left you hanging, or you left this fool hanging. Okay, but someone left the other without any explanation. Okay, okay. Trial and error. Hmm. This person just could have been, you could have been just an experience, or they could have just been experimenting with your life here. Or this is just this person inexperienced in a job or a situation. Uh, but through trial and error, I feel like your willingness to try new things is helping you to rise like the phoenix. You're exploring all possibilities, new possibilities, and this person's in their ego. Fake. Very fake. Something here to do with work. You're focused on work here. Okay. You may be someone that has more financial responsibilities. Looks like you're working to have more financial stability. Okay. Feel like through trial and error, you're gonna gain that stability here. As soon as you find some common ground, this person's longing for you. Mm. They realize they've lost you. So you could be taking a lead here and running away from the situation. Something here to do with leadership role and stepping into hmm, using your logic over your emotions. Looks like you are stepping into a leadership role, taking the lead. Okay, you know your value, you know your self worth. This could also be some sort of high influence in business here, with the work being here. First card out is ego, or either this is you and your ego, Sag. You're setting boundaries. But your boundaries are being tested here. Okay? You could be needing to stand your ground, or either that's what you're doing. Okay? Staying true to yourself, not surrendering to this foolish mockery. Okay? Your boundaries are being tested to see if you could stay away from this situation. Continue to leave this situation where it is. What else for Sag? Moon. Moon. The moon. Haven't got that card in none of the readings here. So there's some deception or some sort of hidden truth here where this person is concerned, where a situation is concerned. Um, you need to listen to your intuition here. Trust your intuition. Okay, something's going to be revealed, whatever this is that's hidden. Okay, and proceed with caution. Something to do with something here. All right, what else is Sag? Angel. All right, you're being divinely guided to trust your intuition. Listen to your intuition here. Okay, you might receive this hidden truth or whatever this is that's hidden in as a sign. Okay, you might see it in your dreams. Hmm. Make an effort and single life. Even though there's an ending here, this person left you hanging. They're immature. They're fake. Okay. They played games. This person's now wanting to make an effort here to put in the work to have a happily ever after with you. Okay. And now that you're single, you're living your best single life here. You're working on yourself. Okay. Becoming more self reliant. Okay. Not settling for a bad match. Okay. You're focusing on having more financial stability in your life. Okay, whether that's work, you do have work here. Maybe that's in every area of your life. So you're setting boundaries. The unseen, yes. So the universe, spirit, your spirit guides, your angels are working behind the scenes here. You're not seeing the full picture of something here. Or the unseen could be a blessing you don't see coming, but something is happening behind the scenes. Okay? This could have something to do with your work. Okay? Rushing in. This fool is rushing in towards you, Sag. They're rushing in. They're making some sort of move to make something happen here. They're very impatient. They can't wait. So keep your eyes open for player energy, impulsive energy rushing in towards you. Give me one more here for Sag. Self-love. So you're loving yourself, learning to love yourself, and you're making your happiness first priority here. You don't have time for the foolishness, the games, the fakeness. Okay? So you're running. You're escaping the situation. What's at the bottom? Restricted. This person feels restricted, or you felt restricted with this person. Okay. Confined by the circumstances here. Oh, this is this person still holding on. Okay. They feel like there is some unfinished business here. They don't feel like it's over. So maybe that's why you're being tested here. This person could be testing you. Okay. What you got? Lust, main woman. Okay, moving secretly here. So you're moving in silence here. If you're a feminine energy, you're moving in silence. And whoever this is that's still holding on to you, that feels restricted, confined, stuck by their circumstances, feels like this situation isn't over. There's unfinished business here. But this person is just lusting after you here. You got a gift coming underneath here. Could be from a friend. Can we be friends and build from here? There's a friendship here. This person may also be trying to do witchcraft or magic on you here. Okay. This person needs to do some deep shadow work. They need to learn some hard lessons here. Alright? Because they're real torn here over this situation. They may even want to reconcile, apologize, ask for your forgiveness. Okay, they want to try again and do things different here. So they might be rushing in here to have a conversation with you. Okay, there's jealousy here. But you also got a true love energy here with the wheel. This is destined. Okay. But again, that moon said something about deception here. Some lies. You could be contemplating being open to love, dating, may even be flirting here. Okay. Looks like the wheel is about to turn in your favor. Like whatever this is that's going in your favor is destined. It's fated to happen here. The universe could be gifting you with true love also. But overall, you're focused on work. You're focused on work, so it looks like you're moving in silence here. You just dodged a bullet, Sag. Alright, let's see. What else we got for Sag? That's for Sagittarius. Power struggle here that just flipped out. And overcoming at the bottom, so you're overcoming some power struggles. Sagittarius. Sun, rising, and Venus. What's the message here for Sag? 1919 on my timer. 1010 is what it breaks down to. Okay, endings bring new beginnings here, so something's really over. Okay. Let's see what the cards have to say for Sagittarius. Foolish mistakes. Isolation. Okay. Not going to take that one. It came out funny. What else for Sag? Limiting beliefs. Unspoken words. What else for Sagittarius? You got legacy of wealth, the spirit world. So with foolish mistakes, careless actions, and naive assumptions can lead to avoidable mistakes. This is a time to reflect carefully before making important decisions. Pay attention to details and check yourself for errors that you might have made unknowingly. Okay? Dealing with a fool, that's the foolish mistake. Isolation. You've put up walls, but your fortress may be turning into a cage. The more you withdraw, the harder it becomes to return. Do you truly want solitude, or are you afraid of what connection might bring? Hmm. So this almost feels like you're not looking for anything in love. Okay? This feels like you're isolating yourself and you don't even want to be bothered with anyone. Okay, with limiting beliefs, your beliefs shape the world around you. Old narratives of lack, fear, and doubt may be blocking the abundance and love you desire. Recognize these limiting beliefs as illusions that no longer serve you and embrace the truth of your limitless potential here. Okay, what stories are you telling yourself here? Okay. Hmm. It's all just an illusion. Hmm. Unspoken words. There is something you have left unsaid, a truth that lingers in the air, heavy and unresolved. These words must find their voice, for they carry the power to liberate you and others. Hmm. Legacy of wealth. Quick riches come and go, but true prosperity is built with patience and purpose. Even if the results aren't immediate, know that what you are creating now will provide lasting abundance for the future. The spirit world. The spirit realm is communicating with you, whether through symbols, synchronicities, or inner knowing. Be open to receiving connection and support from guides, ancestors, and loved ones beyond the veil. So you could feel like there were some unspoken words that you wanted to speak to this fool, or you're just realizing you made a foolish mistake where this foolish person is concerned. Okay? You're isolating yourself here. What else for Sag? 23:55 on my timer. Okay? Some of you could be seeing 555. Hmm. Catastrophizing. The mind has a way of amplifying fears and creating worst case scenarios. Dwelling on potential negative outcomes can trap you in unnecessary anxiety and block the flow of abundance. Breathe, release, and choose faith over fear. So you could be isolating yourself out of fear. Doesn't sound like Sag energy. Wasted time. Not all ventures will bring you the fulfillment and success that you were hoping for. Examine your expenditures of time and energy and consider if some things are just not worth it anymore. You could feel like you wasted your time here with the situation. Okay, you got inner circle. Those who are closest to you can have a defining influence on who you are. As you clear your inner circle of stagnant energy, more aligned relationships will flow into your life effortlessly. What else for Sagittarius? 25, 25 on the timer. 7, 7. Decisions. Luck is on your side. You got sacred security. Trust that you are divinely supported and let your spirit settle into the knowledge that the universe is your co creator. Ground yourself in this sacred truth. You are always provided for. Hmm. Okay. Okay, what is this? Self fulfillment. You're on a journey of self fulfillment, relying on yourself rather than seeking external validation. As you begin to trust yourself fully, you will come to realize that you are your greatest resource. Give me four more for Sag. Okay, they gave me three. Oh, 1 second, Sag. Okay. All of this. So I'll take the one that flipped over. Abundant attraction. There are no limits except those you impose. The quantum field holds infinite potential. What will you choose to create? Okay. Wow. Communication with betrayal of trust. Stagnation ends when conversations begin. Whether it's speaking up or truly listening, an open exchange will bring the breakthrough you need. So there's some unspoken words here on your top row here. You could be communicating to someone here that betrayed your trust. It says trust has been shattered, leaving wounds deeper than words can express. Now you see the truth. Use it to move forward, wiser and stronger. Okay, give me one more for Sagittarius. 2747 on my timer. One more. One more for Sag. Sagittarius. Okay. Prosperous estate. Your prosperity is no longer just an idea. It seeks to take shape in the form of real estate or tangible assets. Be open to grounding your abundance into physical reality through the acquisition of land or property. Oh, wow, something's starting to take form here. Okay, tangible assets, real estate, land, property. Huh. So it's time to ground yourself here. Something's being divinely supported. You need to trust that. At the bottom, you got cutting ties, most definitely. Cutting ties and leveling up, okay, with vibrational alignment. Not all connections are meant to last. Some bonds become chains, holding you back from the life you are destined to live. It's time to cut the ties that no longer serve you. Okay, you're most definitely escaping a situation. Leveling up. You're not who you once were, and the universe is calling you to rise. Growth is rarely comfortable, and this new level will demand more of you here. You also got vibrational match. There is no need to force chase, or struggle. The moment you raise your vibration to match what you seek, portals open, synchronicities appear, and life begins to move effortlessly in your favor here. Okay? Hmm. All right, Sag. This is all that I have. Bye, guys. 30:30 on my timer.